Hey, and welcome to Vegan Steven's Food for All, where I show you the foods I cook in my vegan kitchen, and you should try them too, because it's good for you, your kids, their kids, and the earth. Today we're making vegetable stock. That's right, vegetable stock. Most exciting stuff in the world? Perhaps not, but it's essential for almost any soup, and it's free if you use veggie scraps from prior meals. Let's check out our ingredients. First, frozen veggie scraps. These are left over from previous meals. My favorite scraps for stock are onions, scallions, and mushrooms. Whenever I make veggie stock, I always throw something fresh in as well. Today I'm using celery left over from Thanksgiving. I'm preparing my stock in this Dutch oven, but any large pot with a lid will do. Lastly, salt. Some stock recipes leave out the salt, but I like to add a touch so the stock isn't totally bland. Step 1. Giving our veggies a rinse. Dump your scraps into a colander. You can see how these are sort of frosted over. Give them a rinse to liven them up, and break apart any chunks that are stuck together. Shake out any loose water and bring them back to your stovetop. Here's a large Dutch oven set on medium-high heat. In with 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using grapeseed, but any neutral oil will do. Give the oil a minute to heat up, then in with our veggies. Give those a mix. Then in with the fresh celery. We'll cook this down on medium-high heat for 8 to 10 minutes until things look something like this. The veggies are wilted down and there should be a good bit of liquid at the bottom of the pot. Next, cover with water until just submerged. The veggies should be able to swim around as I'm showing here. Add a pinch of salt and some black peppercorns. And crank the heat to high to bring to a boil. Once at a boil, turn the heat to low until the pot is just simmering. Pop the lid on, leaving a small opening for steam to escape, and simmer for 20 to 40 minutes. I'm taking mine to my normal stovetop so I don't waste propane. Fast forward 25 minutes and my stock is ready. I know because it tastes vegetable-y to my liking. If yours is watery, let it cook longer and the flavor will concentrate. Next, fish out the large scraps with some tongs. Then the small scraps with a slotted spoon. Pour that through a fine mesh strainer to remove any lingering bits. Here's our beautiful stock. And here's some fun slow-mo shots. I have some quart containers here to store our finished stock, but we must let this cool to room temperature before storing. Be back in an hour. 1 hour later, here's our cooled stock. While the stock cooled, the microfibers of the vegetables separated and rose to the surface. I used a spoon to graze these off before switching to coffee filters to speed up the process. This was a bit tedious, but here's the before and after shots to show the difference. In my opinion, it's worth the extra effort to achieve a clean final product. Finishing up here, pour your stock into tightly sealable containers. Here's some plain water to demonstrate the vegetable-iness of our stock. This stuff is great. Check out my tom kha gai episode, broccoli cheddar soup episode, or some future episode I haven't made yet for uses of this stock. You can use this immediately, store it in the fridge for a few days, or store it in the freezer like I do for a few months. It's nice to have on hand if you feel like whipping up some soup. Support me by subscribing to this channel, telling a friend about it, following me on Instagram, and consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. Thanks.